everyone, we're Group 2, and today we're going to handle the issue of tourist injuries in Wansheng Ordovician, and we will cover the following aspects. First of all, the introduction. On May 2nd, 2024, a QL on Douyin posted a video to accuse the Wansheng Ordovician scenic spot in Chongqing that the zipline equipment malfunctioned, causing a collision with obstacles and making visitors injured. And the staff didn't provide any medical assistance. Within 20 minutes, over 15 tourists shared a similar experience in the comment section. And by 10:40, the video received over 100,000 likes and comments. Some official media accounts reposted it. One of them even disclosed a previous accident at the park. And insiders also informed that the park didn't take any preventive measures to handle the holiday peak. And by 11 a.m., the content was also shared on TikTok. Then let's see the main focus of this issue. The Ordovician scenic spot, part of the Wansheng scenic spot, is located in the Black Mountain in Chongqing. It was taken over by COT in 2014. COT introduced the thrilling and immersive amusement projects and reopened the park in 2015. According to statistics, Wansheng has welcomed over 200,000 tourists in the first 2 days of the holiday, with Ordovician receiving over 60,000 visitors. Currently, Ordovician has sold more than 15,000 online tickets. Following the accident, there have been numerous demands for accountability and refunds from the visitors. Therefore, given the accident's nature, we come to these objectives. The first two are about the injured visitor safety and the profit during the peak. The last two are about rebuilding the trust in the park in the future. Then we concluded our key publics. The injured visitors may lose trust in the park and harm our reputation through negative word of mouth, especially the influential QL. And those who have already bought tickets online may want to come and seek refunds, which could decrease the park's profit. The staff's actions and the dissemination of media are very crucial, and the investors' attitudes also matter.
Then let me introduce the action part. The first action we will take on the first day is to shut down the zipline program as soon as possible to protect the site and cooperate with the police investigation while we conduct a self-inspection. At the first moment of the accident, the most important task is to contain damage and ensure that no more injured tourists. So we will conduct self-examination and self-correction immediately and investigate important materials such as facility maintenance records and employee duty records. Then we will immediately contact all the injured tourists and send them to the local hospital for a comprehensive treatment. All costs incurred during this period will be borne by us. This action is to convey to the tourists that we always put the safety of the tourists first. Sadly, we believe that it is necessary to form a crisis communication team as soon as possible, because they will handle this accident from a professional perspective and minimize the losses in all aspects of the scenic spot. All subsequent handling actions will be executed under the leadership of this team. At around 12, we will make the first announcement. In this announcement, we will announce the closure of the zipline equipment, and the evacuation of the rest of the visitors. At the same time, we will inform the public that all of the injured tourists have been sent to hospital for treatment, and we will open the ticket refund channel. We deeply regret and apologize for such an accident. At around 6 p.m., we will make the second announcement. We will announce the diagnosis results of the injured tourists to stabilize public sentiment. If any tourists are injured or need help, please contact us as soon as possible. Last but not least, we will negotiate with the QL to post an explanatory video on his social media accounts after the second announcement, because this tourist has a huge influence on social media and can influence public sentiment and attitude to a great extent. Therefore, we need to consult with him immediately so that He can explain our good attitude and swift actions after this accident and lead the public opinion in the direction favorable to us.
In Day 2, 5 actions will be taken. First is to initiate security inspection procedures for all amusement facilities within the scenic area to identify and address any potential safety hazards. This can prevent the recurrence of similar incidents. The second is condolence for the injured and communication on claims. The director and the public relation personnel should visit the hospital to express condolence to the injured tourists and engage in face-to-face communication to address their concerns and claims. The third is to release media statement and staff announcement. Media statement should outline incident handling, emphasize the company's responsibility, state all measures that have been taken, apologize, and address public concerns. Simultaneously, issue employee statement to update and guide staff, provide support, instruct on media inquiries, reassure arrangements during investigation, and share latest incident information and progress. The fourth is to prepare for press conference, including venue selection, finalize speakers and attendees, invite relevant media. In order to successfully complete the press conference, rehearsing and anticipating potential media questions are essential. The last is public opinion monitoring, mainly focused on 3 key aspects: checking the channel of public opinion, addressing rumors and misinformation promptly, and identify the main concerns from the public.
Let's come to the actions in Day 3. Firstly, hold a press conference with the director of the Parks Mechanical Department, and the director of the Parks Public Relations Department as the main spokespersons. And on the press conference, firstly announce the number of injuries and the results of the examination of the injured visitors, and offer appropriate medical and humanitarian compensation. Then apologize. Several spokespersons jointly and sincerely apologized to those who were injured and affected by the accident. Next, announce the investigation result of the accident. The amusement equipment was aging with the increase of years of use, and the park staff failed to repair and replace the new parts of the equipment in time, which led to the accident. Next, announce the improvement measures. Firstly, the safety inspection of all amusement facilities will repair or replace all the quality of the facilities do not pass the park was suspended for half a month until the facilities are all updated to complete. Improve the park maintenance system 3 times a day for safety checks. At the same time, strengthen the training of employees. Enhance employee safety awareness and responsibility of the safety inspection of the facilities to specific employees. And finally, conduct a Q&A session. The second action in Day 3 is to make a forced announcement at the end of the conference. Firstly, summarize the incident in a complete and clear timeline. And then apologize again, and finally promise to make serious improvements and accept the public's long-term monitoring of the park. And the third action is to continue to monitor public opinion, especially on mainstream social media and mainstream short video platforms, focusing on whether the public's main questions about the park were answered during the press conference and whether negative comments have decreased after the press conference.
Then let's move on to the crisis communication team. Here, different organizations are involved. The first is the construction company of the facilities. The second is Chongqing Ordovician Tourism Company Limited. Within it, the Wansheng Ordovician Singing Sport is the directly related part. There are 2 people from the construction company, a technical expert for technical support related to facility construction, and a coordinator for coordinating with the core staff. To the Wansheng Ordovician Singing Sport, its director is responsible for providing the relevant information and preparing to serve as the leading media spokesperson. As to the code, the first member is a legal advisor, who offers explanations of relevant laws and regulations and legal suggestions. The next three are all from the Public Relations Department. The manager for formulating crisis plans and assisting the director. The media contact person for liaising with media to attend the press conference. And the data monitor for real-time monitoring and trend analysis of online public opinion. Then, a financial officer is responsible for financial support. The manager of the Mechanical Technology Department and the manager of the HR department are also on the team. Then, let's move on to the media spokespersons. At the press conference, the first spokesperson was the director of Wansheng Ordovician Sing Sports. The second is the manager of the PR department of the Code for Assistance. And the third is the manager of the Mechanical Technology Department of the Code.
Okay, let's move to the pre-gathered information. First of all, the internal information. Maintenance information is very necessary to confirm whether we have in accordance with the provision of the maintenance of relevant facility. Of course, the staff training information is also important to confirm whether the staff in the park have received professional training to prove whether the staff have enough professional ability to deal with the problem. Determine the initial status of the roadway participants and whether any compensation have been made for. Since this video has spread widely on social media and aroused people's discussion, the first thing we should collect is public statement. The social media such as Weibo and WeChat and the foreign social media such as YouTube and TikTok can better cope with the subsequent process of the event by collecting such information. And as for the key message, the most important are the following 3 points: apologize, responsibility, and promise. And doing these 3 points can boost public confidence and win back tourists. And for communication strategy, transparency is essential as its attention to detail and promote response. Timely response to inquiries and pay attention to the details.
The next are corrective actions. There were 2 major failures that contribute to the escalation of the crisis: neglecting safety measures and a delayed reaction to control the situation. To address these issues, the following steps will be taken. The first is to establish a long-term equipment maintenance system, which includes routine inspection of equipment 3 times a day, regular maintenance carried out by approved inspection institutions, and strengthen staff management. The second, establish an emergency rapid response system. Regular drills and simulations will be conducted to train employees on effective crisis response. The company should have communication protocols, designated evacuation routes, and accessible first aid stations. Other 3 actions are fulfilling commitments made during the crisis phase, continuous update of event information, and reflection and preparation for reopening. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for listening, and we are welcome for your questions and suggestions.